Welcome, everyone. We're diving into the fascinating world of AI in movies and sci fi, exploring everything from those early classics to modern blockbusters.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so exciting to see how films have shaped our views about technology, right?
Totally. Think about it. AI has been a central theme in sci fi for decades, from the groundbreaking Metropolis back in 1927 to movies like 2001, A Space Odyssey.
Indeed. Right. And what always amazes me is how these films blend technology with deep ethical and philosophical questions.
Exactly. It's like they use AI not just as a cool gadget, but as a narrative device. I mean, movies such as Blade Runner and Ex Machina, they really dive into what makes us human.
Speaking of early portrayals, Metropolis really set the stage with the Maschinenmensch. That robot wasn't just a pretty face, it was a symbol of class struggle and the potential misuse of technology.
Right, and it's like, even though it was nearly 100 years ago, the themes of oppression and technological progress still resonate
absolutely.
Today.
And then there's HAL 9000 from 2001, A Space Odyssey. Such an iconic character. Its calm, almost human manner of speaking, juxtaposed with its deadly decisions, makes you question the balance between human control and AI autonomy.
Yeah, HAL is such a perfect example of the tension between human and machine. It brings up that whole debate about whether AI can truly understand our intent or if it just follows cold logic.
That contrast is really striking. Now, while the darker side of AI is so prevalent, I find it fascinating how some movies show AI as a force for good, like C-3PO and R2-D2 in Star Wars. They are totally the heart and soul of their universe, loyal, humorous, and even heroic.
Exactly. Those droids bring a whole different twist, serving as allies rather than villains. It shows that AI doesn't have to be a threat. It can be a helper or even a best friend.
Right on. And then there's an interesting debate about AI and consciousness in films like Ex Machina, where we see the blurred line between programmed responses and genuine self-awareness. How do you see that fitting into the narrative overall?
Well, Ex Machina pushes the envelope by questioning what consciousness really means. It's like we start to wonder if a machine that can feel or think is any less deserving of, rights.
That's a really deep question. Yet, I'll respectfully challenge this point. A lot of the time, these films seem to project our own feelings onto machines rather than offering a genuine exploration of non-human consciousness. Would you agree or think there's more nuance?
I see what you mean. And yes, sometimes it feels like the narrative is more of a mirror to our own uncertainties. But that's also the brilliance of these movies. They force us to confront what it means to be human by showing us extremes.
And speaking of extremes, The Matrix and The Terminator really bring out that fear of AI overlords. The idea that machines could completely dominate humanity is a theme that remains powerful and, frankly, terrifying at times.
Definitely. It's like a cautionary tale that always makes us question how far technology should go before it starts running the show. Those films, with their dystopian visions, make us wonder what kind of future we're headed for.
Absolutely. Yep. Shifting gears a bit, what about the more optimistic angles? For instance, movies like Big Hero 6 feature Baymax, a character that's all about compassion and helping humanity.
Exactly. Baymax is a really heartwarming example of AI as a positive force. It's almost like a friendly nurse bot that not only cares but also redefines what we expect from technology in our daily lives.
Right, that's so true. And then there's the idea of AI in the creative process. Films like Artificial Intelligence, 1999, and even real-world AI scriptwriting point toward a future where machines might not only be characters on screen, but creators behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's like the very tools that once created these narratives might one day help write them. The possibility of AI generating movies opens up a whole new frontier in storytelling.
The future looks wild with that potential. Then we have the exploration of human relationships with AI, as seen in Her. a film that challenges the traditional boundaries of love and connection.
Exactly. It's a beautiful yet somewhat unsettling look at how emotional bonds can form with non-human entities. It asks whether we're ready to accept a machine as a partner, emotionally speaking.
Yeah, it's both fascinating and a little nerve-wracking. And finally, looking at the ethics, movies like Robot bring up those important considerations, like the responsibility of AI creators and the moral implications of giving machines too much autonomy.
Right, and it's like we are constantly reminded that with great power comes, well, great responsibility. The ethical debates in these films mirror the very real challenges we face today as technology becomes more integrated into our lives.
Absolutely, it's a lesson that resonates beyond the screen. So, as we look to the future of sci-fi cinema, it seems that AI will continue to evolve, from being a mere plot device to an integral part of how stories are told and even how films are made.
Yes, and it's like technology and storytelling are becoming intertwined in a way that makes everything more immersive. Whether it's virtual reality or interactive narratives, AI is set to redefine what cinema can be.
In the end, these films not only entertain us, but also hold a mirror up to our society, reflecting our hopes, fears, and dreams about technology.
Exactly. They invite us to question our future. And while there's often a fearful side to AI in these narratives, there's also so much potential for good, creativity, and
That's
evolution.
A really balanced take. It's almost like every sci-fi film is a conversation with ourselves, a dialogue about what we, as a society, value and fear in our march toward a technological future.
Right. It's a continuous exploration of identity, ethics, and the ever-changing relationship between humans and machines. And that's what makes the subject so endlessly fascinating, don't you think?
Absolutely, indeed. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. We hope you enjoy pondering these big questions as much as we do.
Thanks for joining us on this cinematic ride into AI, a journey through tech, ethics, and imagination. Until next time.